Uh, Hi everyone, my name is Anuj Dalal, and I'm going to talk about the strategies for building a e-commerce website. So basically, we are a IT agency. I'm running that since last 13 years, and we have encountered that like most of the time while we are talking with the founder for the first time. Most of the time we discuss that and we realize they always talk about budget or they plan to build the website, e-commerce website with the minimal budget. So I'm just trying to compare that analogy with the physical store in my first part. I have a segment in my session. One is about the building of the website, and the second is about marketing. So let's start with the building of the website. And to start that comparison, I believe it's always easy to go with the analogy. So this is myself. Uh, I'm a founder and CEO of Zestard Technologies. It's been 15 years. I'm working with the e-commerce field and got opportunity to work with many local and international brands. I have been speaker with multiple location for the technical talk. And yep, let's start with the actual talk. So, while we want to make a physical store, I believe we all know what is required and what we should check, how we should build it. But when we talk about online shop, we don't know. So I'm just trying to compare that analogy. So can I have anyone who can help me with the need of the things which we required when we are planning to build a physical store? Uh, can you give a few things anyone can add? One thing is a store, then what we should add on the top of that. All right, I guess I need to go for my side. So when we want to build a physical store, since it's tangible and everyone know that how it should work, so we always focus more about the location, builder, the periphery, and proximity. When and Then after once we buy the shop or they rent it out, we focus on the interior, the look good and feel, the customer experience, and the wow factor. The third one is how we set the shelves and the inventory and all the cataloging, so it should be easy for everyone to access the same, right? Then, since it's a physical store, we all have the actual customer walk in, and we need a staff who can talk about our product, who can explain what is good and what should be buy from their side. All other promotions and other knowledge that they can share with the customer. Even with the physical store, we always need a marketing that we usually do with the print media or the offline marketing and some of the things at the store level. And the last but not the least, to run that store, we always need a operational cost on a monthly basis. That is a rent, utility bills, and the staff salaries. Those are the most important cost, right? So I'm just trying to compare this six analogy while we are making online store, how it should be compared with that. Let's do. So offline, we discussed that location selection or the builder selection. So that is something main while we are talking about online. We should have a right name and the right development agency that I would sit as a builder. So choosing a right builder is a really important factor for me. When we talk about interiors, it's all about UX UI part for the online. And I have seen that most of the time we try to save that cost. Inventory management, most of the part is same. We always need some sort of software, online or offline, to get idea whether we have a size, color options available or not, and how we can see that. The same for the online, we should have that with the help of search and filter options. So if you have a bigger catalog, having search and filter options rightly set up and the catalog menu options based on the set up the products in terms of men, women, or the based on the occasion, so person can find it very easily. That part is really, really important. The next thing, staffing, it's all about processes. So when we have a staff, we explain them what should be the process, how we should take the customer on board, about any other parameters about the business processes that's related to the staffing, so the staff can run the offline store. Marketing promotion, almost same. It's just a print media versus the digital media, I would say. And the last one, what we pay for the operational cost on the offline store for the maintenance and rent utility bills. The same should go with the online for the website maintenance mainly, and the domain renewal, or the if you have a new features to be added on your website. Now, what we have seen, like the analogy can be compared easily, but most of the time, people save the cost online, selecting of the agency. They always go for freelancer, or the selection is always go with the cost of the money. So that stops them. Due to that, sometimes they also prefer to have a free technology or the free tools rather than what is required. Sometimes they talk about the number of features instead of the required features or the required things that should help them to sell their products. So focus on not on the product, but on the type of features, and again, for with the cost factor on the top of that. UX UI, most of the time ready-made theme or the design on the initial basis, they do by everything themselves, and it doesn't give a good look and feel. Marketing, we have seen that the new startups, they do not invest anything on the marketing during the initial time. Since they do not invest on marketing, they do not get traction, number of orders, and that gives them negative vibes for the business that stop them even going further. And either they do not grow, or they just sustain on what they are getting as a very few count orders on the website. The biggest issue that we have seen, the most blunder, I would say, most of the time we completely neglect this two part. We never read about our privacy policies, our written policies. We just copy from the other website or the reference, competitor websites, and do not invest on the maintenance side. Actually, for me, it's not a cost saving, it's a cost cutting. And because of that, what we get as an outcome, what was our wish, and what we develop for our own website. So if we consider that the amount of investment that we do for our showroom and how it should look like, then I am sure we'll all get what should be invested for the online website for the making part. If that experience is good, customer can get a really good trust. They can buy, they can refer to others, right? And I'm sure, when we are talking for own purchase online, we see the same for the other part. So yeah, I guess, this was my first part of the talk, like making of website. And like when we are talking with any of the customer, we have seen that the analogy is all about like budget nahi hai. So if we do not have budget, we cannot buy the shop, or we cannot prepare the showroom. And the same thing applies with the online. So it should be have a good budget, and the right processes. It's not about always money, but having said that, you should have a right agency or right guidance is more important while we set up the initial store, and that help us to build the initial stage better. Now, once the site is ready, if we made the physical store same as like what it should look like online, then what should be next for us? What should be the next thing that we should do after? So we all know about the sales channels, and I'm just repeating over here the number of sales channels that we usually follow for any of the e-commerce website. One is performance marketing, the most common and most favorite. The second one is marketplaces and B2B selling, offline or online. The third one is organic SEO. Fourth, social media. I'm not talking about the paid one, but the free. Fifth, SMS, WhatsApp, newsletter marketing, and all. Six, affiliate marketing or influencer marketing channel. Seven, last, the mobile application. We have seen that the things on the left side, they contribute mostly 30-50% or more, or individually or the collectively. And the options that is available on the right side, they generally contribute 10% or less in most of the business. Yeah, influencer marketing, one other way occasionally that works, but the way we see that the first three on the left side are the major important one. Today I'm just comparing the performance marketing versus organic SEO, because we've seen that in the Indian market, most of the time people do not invest more on the organic SEO. So I'm trying to cover that one. So the limitation of performance marketing, I mean, though it gives us a fast result, the turnaround, but the CPC cost increase day by day. The competitor can drive the CPC cost, and that can lead the month on month or year on year costing to be increased every year. The second is it's a short-term result. So certainly to validate the idea, to start with the initial sales, it is best and it should be started. But on the longer run, till the time you are running with your campaign, till the time you are investing the money, it will continue. But the moment you stop your campaign, the visibility or traffic will drop nearly to zero, except the repeat customers. So that's another limitation. And thanks to the third one, nowadays, the privacy policies, the way Apple and other GDPR policies or California policy that's coming into the market, the future would be something like everyone would be able to block the ads, or they would set the privacy policy such a way you would not be able to use the retargeting or the right audience. Maybe that would be the major challenge. And ad fatigue, that's something like the human mindset. If you see the same ad multiple time all the time, gradually you start behaving that you haven't seen that, so you get that thing such a way like you would not get the desired outcome, so people would start ignoring your ads. So that is another reason, and the money spending will continue even though the ad fatigue situation is there. Compared to this, if we talk about the benefits of the organic SEO, the cost effectiveness, because you do not need to pay per click or per visibility. The second is long-term sustainability. Once you set up the ranking and good traffic, it's not that easy for anyone to block it or cross it. The third, the credibility and trustworthiness. So yep, that gives us a good brand value on the longer run. I believe everyone has a question on the cost effectiveness, because SEO is a long-term game, and whether it's a cost effective or not. So I have one case study from our own client. So they were investing 1 lakh rupee every month for the digital marketing. So the yearly investment was around 12 lakh rupees. The first year revenue that they received was 9.99 lakhs, less than 1x return. But during the second year, the investment was around 16 lakhs, and the return was 1 crore 49 lakhs, almost 9.5x. And see the benefit starting from the third year. That's the power of compounding, what we have seen. And actually, this is one of the case study that we have seen. Based on that, like what we discussed, the second point, SEO is a long-term game, but according to Google, it says that like to build a good SEO for any brand, it generally takes 4 months to 12 months of time if you do a right things. And the moment we know that power of compounding in mutual fund, the SEO actually works exactly the same way. So the effect of compounding with the organic SEO is same. If I say that like instead of number of years at the x-axis, if I make it month, most of the time brands are leaving exactly after 6 months. They surrender it and they stop that, and they lose the benefit of SEO, and sometimes they do not start it again. So that's a huge loss what they can get with the benefit of the cheaper technology compared to the performance marketing. So I believe I have sold the SEO, the organic one. Everyone should invest on that. When one should start SEO? There are two phases. One, when you are actually at the launch of a new website or a relaunching of the website, and the checklist, what you should do at the time of that if you're not ready to go for a long-term game. So these are the things where you should hire a good SEO consultant. They should give you a guidance about the checklist. And the second time, when you are actually ready for a long-term game, which can give you even better and larger results. So these are the most of the activities that one should focus on for the organic SEO. Yeah, that's it from my end. And this is me, Anuj Dalal. So I always complete my presentation with the quote, good is not good enough if better is possible. So if we focus on PPC, that's a one sales channel, let's continue. But if we have option for the organic SEO, if we start building that parallelly, I guess the power of compounding can give us exceptional results in the coming years. Yeah, thank you.